Dear students, welcome to today's lecture. The topic for our discussion is writing application letter. In the previous part of the main topic, that is letter writing, we went through the formal type of writing application and the informal type of letter writing. Today, we will go through the application type of letter. As you know that after completing education, we need a job, and to apply for a job is an art. So most of the graduate students don't know how to apply for a job in a company or for a job in some government sector. So today we deal with the nature of writing application letter for a job. Application letter, a letter that you write to a company or organization when you are applying for a job. As I told you earlier, that in a newspaper, in some website, the companies or government publish some advertisement for equipment, right? And when we come across with such kind of advertisement, our first duty is application writing. So we have the desire to write the application. In many cases, application letter is provided by the company, means ready-made type of application letter. Just we have to download the format and we have to just fill up our own information, personal information and academic information. First, in most cases, we have to create the application letter by our own, right? So we have to write to a company or organization in this respect. So why to write an application letter? The letter of application is like a personal sales letter. Personal sales. Here sales means a presentation. Right? So you present yourself in the form of that application letter. Right? So when the companies publish some advertisement for a particular job, they call for applications. And when we submit the application by post or by electronic media like email, right, our application is examined minutely or examined in detail, right? So application is nothing but the mirror of our personality. Application letter is the face of our personality, we can say. So we present ourselves in that piece of paper that is called application letter. So that presentation must be perfect. That presentation must be according to the expectation of the company, right? So we present ourselves, means the application letter is like a personal sales letter because of its task of selling. Task means main purpose of selling the personality and qualifications to the applicant's future employee. Applicant's future employee means the boss, the future boss. What happens when we write an application? Each and everybody expects that, oh, we must get this kind of job. Oh, this is an opportunity. So we have a desire to get that job, right? So we have to prove ourselves that how we are better than other candidates, right? How we are suitable to the job than other candidates. For that reason, we must present ourselves in a good way in application letter, right? As you know the purpose, to get a chance to secure an interview, means to get a call letter, and eventually to obtain a job. These are the two general purposes of writing application letter. Then it is a letter of application, as we know. Application for some employment, personal sector, private sector or government sector. These are the two sectors for such kind of situation. It provides personal identification information. So job application have some parts: personal information, academic information, and extracurricular information like that. So it includes name, address, phone number, email ID, and qualification. See, job application. I've got some example for you people. Here comes the place and the date of writing the application. Here is the address, name and address of the applicant. Here applicant means one who is writing the application letter. Traditionally, we write this information over here, right side corner. It is also expected, no problem. Okay, so whether you write over here or whether you write over here, in both the cases, there will be no problem, right? So the writer's name, then the detailed address, right? Here we have mentioned the date. Okay. Then comes the second part, that is the receiver, the person who will receive the application. His name, here name means the designation is expected. Designation like some manager, some director, some chairman, like that. Generally, post is mentioned rather than the name. For example, the manager, XYZ department, like that. See, in the examination, the managing director. And after that, there is the address of that company or that firm, right? See, on the next line, there comes the salutation. Generally, we don't use dear in such kind of job application. Just respected sir or respected madam is more suitable in this situation. So, see, in response to your notification, means advertisement, in the Hindu means the newspaper. So we are mentioning, we are highlighting the source of the advertisement, where you got the news of that post, right? In some advertisement, advertisement in some newspaper, advertisement on some website, like that. Okay. So the Hindu dated 23rd of April 2014. So the authority means the company has published an advertisement in the Hindu paper, right? So we are referencing our application letter. So in response to that advertisement, we are writing this application letter, right? See, I would like to apply for the post of chief project manager. So the main reason, right? Applying for some particular post, you have to mention, right? I possess ME, Master of Engineering. So you have to mention your highest qualification, highest. Your mentioning of highest qualification does not mean you should not mention the other qualification, but which is the highest qualification expected for the post, you should mention over that. For example, I have completed my MA, so I must mention MA first. Afterwards, I would mention BA, right? So I possess ME with 4 years of industrial experience. So you can mention experience over here in the same field. With this application, I have enclosed my CV, curriculum vitae. It is called CV. In our we are familiar with the word biodata. Okay. See, biodata and curriculum vitae means CV are almost the same. Almost, I say. There is a difference between CV and biodata, right? But as we know that we are more familiar with the word biodata, right? So we can mention each and everything in the application letter, or we can attach a separate sheet of biodata or CV along with the application letter, right? Nowadays, it's a fashion that the candidates attach a separate sheet of biodata, right? That is more convenient, right? So see over here, the candidate has attached the extra sheet of paper and he is using the word CV for that. For your perusal means reading, and I request you to consider my candidature, right? So consider me as a candidate for the post. So I would be happy to sit for an interview. Right? See, the positive words are used by the candidate. Yours truly, yours faithfully, right? And after that, your name, and here you can have the signature, right? So this is a rough idea of writing application letter. If you Google, if you go on Google and just type examples of application letter, you will get many examples over there, right? Like that. So it is not a case that this is the perfect example, right? This is one of them. Right? See, kinds of application writing. Three kinds are there. The first is biodata. Second is called resume. Third is called CV. Right? We are familiar with the word biodata. Right? See, this is biodata. Sample. Name is there. Address is there. Weight and height is there. Education. Right? Occupation, what he does. Right? Current address. Right? Religion. Then here comes father's name, mother's name, grandmother, brother's name, and contact references are there. This kind of biodata we can have when someone is desiring to have a marriage, right? So the word biodata is used in the case of marriage proposals, right? In biodata, just personal information, family information, and the contact numbers are there, along with the uh, educational qualification. Right? This is biodata. See, the second example of biodata, personal information, all those things, right? You can go through it, career, domestic, international, right? So this is biodata. So we can say that in biodata, academic information is not included. So that's the basic difference between a biodata and CV, or let's say resume. C biodata that I'm talking about. Many samples are available on internet. So personal information, educational information in just a single line, that is highest, MA, BA, ME, MBBS, like that. No more information. So personal information, family information, contacts, mobile number, email ID, right? Date of birth, right? Let's differentiate between biodata, resume, and CV. There is a difference. Biodata includes what? Information about educational qualification, attitudes, hobbies, and interests. In the case of resume, Professional qualification, including biodata, means summary of experience, skills, and education. Length must be from 1 page to 2 pages. Right? Experience, skills, and education. These three things are included in a resume. Title, that is the name, contact information, the mobile number, email IDs, all that. Objective, what are your aims, what you want to achieve in your life, your education qualification, along with your experience, honors, means awards, some special achievements, activities, some extracurricular activities you can mention over here. So these are the parts of a resume. CV is detailed information. Okay. CV, the word, it comes from Latin language and it means course of life. See, responsibilities, publications means books, research articles, like that, awards received, honors received, and achievements. These things are highlighted in CV. Nowadays, the word CV is used in the case of application letter. So, curriculum or let's say CV is a document in detail. So we can just start with 3 pages to 12 pages or just 3 to 4 pages of CV, right? So detailed information of that person is given, right? A longer and more detailed synopsis is there. That's why the companies expect CV from the candidates. See, while preparing a CV, be professional, right? Then many examples are available on internet of CV, how to create CV, right? So be professional. Don't write Sri Swami Samartha on the top. Don't write Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, right? All these things are not expected, right? So be professional. Create impact. So positive words are expected over here, right? Create impact. Create an impression. Use good typography, good words, uh, official font, right? Don't try to decorate the document. Don't try to draw a rangoli over there, right? Demonstrate your personality, how the person you are. You have to give information there, over there, right? Provide original details. No fake or duplicate information should be provided, right? Don't try to cheat the person. Link to a specially designed website or blog to show your work, right? So it happens in a private sector that our buyer CV is uploaded on some website, right? You can do also that. When writing resume or CV, just tell the employer. Employer means the boss, the future boss, what you are seeking. Means you are the perfect person for that post. You have to convince that person through your application later. So what do you like in the organization or about the organization? So what is your views about the company, the firm, like that, right? You have to mention that you are interested in that job, right? You have to convince that you would work sincerely, right? You have to mention your experience, education for the job, and the location of the workplace. You have to prove that you are the perfect person for that job. These are the objective statements that it should be in brief, clearly stated. The clear information should be there, consistent with the accomplishments, whatever you have got, right? You have to mention over there, means your education, your awards, your rewards, right? Demonstrated skills and documented on your resume. Skills means the languages you can speak, like that. It's a language skill. Some other courses along with your education, right? Setting what you want to do, your future objectives, you can mention over here. In future, you want to do this, you want to do that, like that. So parts of application letter. Here comes the heading. Heading can also come over here, or you can write over here also, right? In heading, the name of the applicant, the address of the applicant, along with the date, right? The inside address means the receiver's address to the principal, the chairman, right? The director, like that, and along with the address of that firm or that office, right? Then comes the salutation. Respected sir, respected madam. Then here comes the body of the letter. As the application letter is a formal type of letter, so no personal inquiries are expected. You have to touch the topic directly, right? That you are, this is your name, and I'm applying for this job, right? Like that, you can mention that I'm attaching a separate sheet of CV or biodata along with this application letter. Complimentary clause comes over here. You are sincerely, you are faithfully, you are obediently, you can mention. Don't write yours lovingly, only yours, such kind of words, right? Then there comes the signature and your name also. So this is the structure of application letter. Heading, as I told you, address, name, and date of the sender. See the example. Just like Narayan Rathod, comma, the name of the village, right? Tehsil, then comes the district and the pin code. Okay. See the heading. Here comes the heading. As I told you earlier, you can write it over here also. It is also not wrong. Okay. Inside address. Name of the employer means to. Okay. The person who is receiving the application, the employer, see the name, his position or her position, president, director, chairman, company's name, see the name, and the address of the company, see the address. See over here, the second part, that is inside address, the receiver's address. Then comes the salutation, right? Greeting. Over here, there is dear, but in most of the cases, respected sir, respected madam, these words are more applicable. Okay. See, here comes salutation. Body of the letter. You have to mention all the necessary information regarding that that post, your name, and your highest degree, experience, and you can mention that a separate sheet you are going to attach with the application letter. See, first paragraph of the application letter, right? First sentence you can have just the example. It is not the perfect one because application writing is an art, it's a skill, right? So the face of application letter changes from person to person. Your face changes means selection of words, right? Construction of sentences, it changes from person to person. It's just an example. Go through it like that. Right? Second sentence, I should be like to consider for this position. In first sentence, mention your name like that. Okay. Interested for the post, managerial accounting. Okay. Second sentence, consider me for this post. I'm expecting a call letter from you. Like that. Okay. Then we can have the second paragraph. In the second paragraph, mention your highest degree, that is graduate. Right. I have expertise in the job I am applying for. See the second paragraph. Third paragraph. It is not the case that you should have 3 or more paragraphs like that. If you are attaching a separate sheet of resume or CV, then no need to have details in the application letter. Just mention that I am attaching extra sheet with this application letter. That would be enough. Right? See, the other relevant information regarding your education, you can mention in the next paragraph like that. Over here. Fourth paragraph like that. Extracurricular activities, interests, attitudes can mention over here. It can change from person to person. This is just an example. See. Next paragraph, that you are the right person, a person with a good character, right? Very hardworking, very sincere. You have to use such kind of words. See. Sixth paragraph, right? You can give the personal contact number or mail. Complimentary clause, very truly yours faithfully, yours obediently. As I told you, don't write yours lovingly, only yours like that. The complimentary clause. Then comes signature, right? Your name and the signature space. The signature, right? I feel that the topic clear to you. Hello.
Yes, sir.